the core ideas in sociology is something called the symbolic interactionist perspective. The symbolic interactionist perspective says that society rests on shared understandings, that for society to work, we have to be on the same page. We have to have a common sense of what things mean. So, for example, in America, we have a shared understanding of the value of privacy, right? Pretty much everybody across the political spectrum values their personal privacy, values their digital privacy, values their financial privacy, and problems arise when we're not on the same page. So, for example, the value of freedom. The people on the right, the sort of Charlie Kirk people who talk about freedom, mainly mean freedom to say whatever the hell you want and be an asshole and be mean and sexist and transphobic and homophobic and all that. On the other side of the aisle, freedom means freedom from oppression, freedom from racism, freedom from homophobia, freedom from forms of oppression that keep people down. We're definitely not on the same page. Another example is how we're still not really on the same page on the difference between sex and gender, right? Sex and gender are two different things: biological sex, sociological gender. So for society to work, what symbolic interactionists would argue is we have to have conversations about what things mean, what the words themselves mean, what do facts mean, what do values mean. And we don't spend a lot of time in our culture talking about what we value. Do we value democracy? If we do, we're going to have to talk about what that means. That means having free and fair elections. Means having ways of preventing voter suppression. That means encouraging people to get to the polls. So we have to have conversations about our values. And once we talk about our values and where we come together on them, then we can have a conversation about how they are under threat. Because democracy is definitely under threat. 2026 is going to be a rough year for democracy around the world, especially in the United States. So the symbolic interactionists would argue that what we need to do is get on the same page. So let's talk to each other about what our values are and what those words that we use actually mean. Get on the same page, America. Welcome to the resistance.